Hi friends, Monique here with Grace and Tattered Lace, and I'm here to make a cute project using this wonderful transfer. Go jump in the lake. I have this darling little wood frame that I found. See if we can get it turned around here. There we go. We're going to ink on some fabric, and we're going to paint this. This is non-slip rug. I got this at the Dollar Tree. We're gonna paint this, and I'm gonna make a little edging to go underneath the fabric. So first I'm gonna get this thing out of the way. As you're popping on, let me know where you're watching from. I'm so happy that you guys stopped by to come and watch this fun project. I hope you'll stay. When you're all done to the end, please make sure you hit the like or the share button for me. Help me build my page, I'd appreciate it. I'm here in California. It's very hot. I'm in my garage. I had to turn the fan off because I don't want it to dry out my ink and my paint while I'm painting. So it is a little bit warmer than I had expected it to be, but it is what it is. There's a little side on here that, let's see. There is a side that has a little bump that helps it from slipping, and a side that's a little bit more smooth. And I want to use the side that that doesn't have the bump. But yeah, that's it. So I've already cut the strips to be the length of my transfer. Actually, they're not quite the length. We're going to cut them down when I'm done. But we're going to go ahead and paint these. I'm going to put these out here. I am going to use two different colors here. I want it to be a little bit vintagey, farmhousey look. So first one I have is Hello Hobby Chalk Cafe Noir. This one's from Walmart. And then this is the old Walmart brand that they carried. They used to have this. I don't know where you can get this now, but this is Waverly Chalk Paint. This one is Elephant. It's just a gray color, kind of like a slate or stone gray. So any colors that you get, you can use. Don't feel like you have to get, you know, exact same colors. If you fall in love with the color that I have using on a project. Okay, let me get my paintbrush here. I have it sitting in water. I'm just going to put a little bit of paint out, and we're going to paint all of these, just some random colors. And I'm not going to worry too much about, you know, blending the colors or not blending the colors. I'm just gonna put it on. What did I do with my lid? So we're gonna paint these first so I can set them off to the side and let them dry. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. Getting ready for the holiday tomorrow, 4th of July. All right, so here we go. There's some brown. I'm just gonna turn my brush in different directions. No real rhyme or reason how I'm doing it, guys. And I'm just smooshing it down. And I don't want to cover it completely because I want it to have that, you know, vintagey look, but I still want it to have some of that, the white kind of showing through. It's kind of an off-white color. All right, what's everybody doing for the 4th of July? We are going to my friend's house. She lives up on the lake. That's why I'm making this. She bought her house a couple years ago during COVID, at the height of COVID, and hasn't really had too many gatherings since. And I'm super excited for her. So this is kind of like a little housewarming gift for her. Okay. So you can see I'm not covering it all the way. I still want some of that cream to show through. Okay, there we go, guys. I took way too much paint. I did not need this much paint. That's all right. We'll try to put some back because I don't really need it all. See if I can get any back in the container here. That's the one good thing about this paint, is you can just put it back in whatever you don't use. There's some gray. And I'm not going to really worry about the colors that are, you know, I'm kind of mixing my colors a little bit, guys, but it's so little that it's not going to change really. I can just shake it up and stir it the next time I use it, and it'll be all right. Okay. All right, there's that. We'll set this off to the side. I am going to touch it with the blow dryer really quick, just a little bit. I can keep it from flying away. All right, guys, I'm just gonna set this off to the side. I want them to dry. While we work on the next thing. Hopefully they will be dry by the time we get to them. All right. Now I have my piece of fabric that I've cut. This is just muslin that I got at Walmart. I cut it and then I tore the edges to give it that, you know, vintagey look. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our transfer on. Normally we would use the cloth on here to fuzz the back so that it doesn't stick, but I'm working with fabric, so it's not necessary to do that. All right, this will be a little challenging probably to get this giant piece on here. I might go this route and lay my transfer this way and put my fabric on top of the transfer because, oh my, I got stuff on this already. I hope that doesn't show through. What did I get that from? Oh, on this thing. Let's cover this. All right. I got a little bit of ink on there. It's okay. I'm gonna make that be the back. And I think what I'm gonna do, this is tricky when you're dealing with fabric and an exact piece. There we go. Perfect. All right, so now I'm just gonna smooth it out, you guys. I wanna make sure there's no bubbles in there, that my transfer is stuck to that very well. And I hope, let's get this out of the way. I probably should have gotten the crease out. I can see that it is not wanting to stick to this fabric at all. We're gonna have to go very slow so that I don't let it bleed. And I also wanna make sure that I pick it up. I'm wondering if this has something to do with it. I have a little bit of a crease in my fabric. I probably should have ironed it. All right, guys, we're gonna shoot for this and hope that it doesn't bleed. was going to use my big squeegee, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use a small one because I want to make sure that this doesn't bleed. So I'm just using black ink. And when you're doing fabric, you don't, if it's something that's not going to be washed, you don't necessarily have to use the ink. You can use a chalk. However, I'm not sure if she's going to put this inside or outside, and with the chance of it possibly getting wet from outside, I want to use ink so that it doesn't smear if it gets wet. All right, so we're just going to put this on and pull it through. Okay. What are you guys having for 4th of July for your meal? We are just gonna barbecue. Each gonna bring a little something for a side dish. All right, let's see what this looks like, you guys. I'm crossing my fingers. It didn't bleed. Look at how awesome that is, you guys. This is gonna be so stinking cute. All right. I am so excited. I cannot wait to get this to her. I hope I have enough black ink. We might have to do some gray. The inside of her house is going to be black and gray in that farmhousey type look. Go ahead and lift that. You guys. So I know it looks like it's not completely covered, but that transfer actually has like these little green speckles in it to kind of give it that worn look. So it's meant to be like that, you guys. I don't know what color I should do the bottom, the little canoe, or I should do that brown. I was kind of thinking to do even the word lake in a different color, but I think I'll do black. I might do the orange gray, since that's kind of the color of everything else in the house, and those are kind of the color schemes that I'm trying to use. All right, let's see how this is looking. Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't wait to see. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got lake, and then I'm gonna mix some silver with black because I do not have any gray ink. So we're gonna make our own. To make that or a different color. Just want to give it a pop of color, but not a whole lot of color. If it was for me, I think I probably would have used some greens just to give it that pop of color. I don't know why I'm really stuck on the greens right now, you guys. You saw the last project that I did with that clock that had that beautiful green in it. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oh my gosh, you guys. So cute. All right, let's get my plate. Let's get a little bit of black ink. Let's get some silver. And we're gonna mix them together, and we're gonna make a grayish color. Probably got more than I needed. Okay, let me show you what I have going on here, guys. All right, so there's a little blob of silver and some black that I put underneath it, and we're just gonna mix it, and we're gonna make a gray. I probably need more silver now that I look at it. Yeah, definitely need some more silver. Let's get some more. I've got to hurry because I don't want this drying on my project here. All right, let's mix some up. It's not really light enough. You know what? I think I'm going to add some white. Let's add some white if it's not dried up. The white ink is dry. Oh guys, I don't know what I did with the white. My extra whites. I have them here somewhere. I'm just gonna add a little bit of paste. With all the ink in there, it will be okay. I should have mixed this up ahead of time, but I didn't want it to dry up before I was ready to use it. All right, there we go. There's a nice, beautiful looking gray. It's kind of swirled with the black. That's okay. I really like it though. All right. Oh, I have painted my table, you guys. I took the piece of puppy dog pad out, and now I've painted the table. Good grief. We have a hot mess. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at that. All right, you guys, I have a bucket of water over here at the side that I've put my transfer in so that I can let it sit while I finish this up with you guys, and I'll go back and clean it when I'm all done. Let's put this ink away, and then, oh my word, you guys, the mess underneath here is unreal. I know it, I can see it already. I don't know what I was thinking. That's the thing that I wasn't thinking. Oh my. Wait till you guys see the hot mess I have. I have inked the table. Thankfully, I have a cover on it because I didn't want to ruin it in the event of something stupid like that. Let's clean this up really quick. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, so I know I told you that I mixed a little bit of chalk paste with the ink and that it will be okay. So sometimes you can do that. We've done some experimenting and found that you can mix paste and ink and heat set it, and it will be fine and it won't wash off. But you cannot heat set the chalk paint by itself. Let me turn on my easy press. I think what I need to do, guys, is I might need to blow this before I move it because it's going to be a mess underneath, needless to say. So let's get this dry a little bit so that I don't smudge it before I move it. Clean these up a little. Get this out of the way. All right. You guys, I think this is the first time in a long time that we've actually been able to do something on the 4th of July because of my husband's work schedule. I know I've told you guys before, he works in a hospital. He's a respiratory therapist, and he gets up really early. He works with very critical patients, and he's very adamant about going to sleep early. So most of the time we don't get to do a whole lot on holidays. A lot of times we celebrate after the holidays, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that, because it's just easier on the family, and then we don't have to worry about having to leave too early or disrupting things or making people plan around us. It just works out. We've done it for years, but 4th of July is just one of those days that you can't celebrate on another day because, you know, they're not going to set fireworks off for us somewhere else on another day. All right. Look at this, guys. Yes, I inked my table. All right, let's put this off to the side somewhere. Let's let it dry a little bit while I clean the table, and then we can dry the back a little bit better. I don't want to turn it over on the table and get ink on the other side. So, yes, we have a mess. I might need some water. Trying to help with this. Okay. Woo! You know, being hot in the garage and having hot flashes is not fun, you guys. It is not fun, you know. Nobody ever warned you that it was going to be this bad. Definitely more than I ever thought it was going to be. Anybody else in that wonderful stage of life where you're suffering from hot flashes? I've tried everything so far. I went and got myself some new pajamas last night, hoping that I could find something that was a little cooler. I don't know that they helped. It's just hot. Got the air conditioner cranking. I got a fan going. My poor husband is freezing. Well, we both are when we go to bed. Until I have about 2 minutes in bed, and then I'm boiling. But my poor husband is freezing. He says I'm making him turn into a snowman. All right, well, this is the best we're gonna do. I think I'll put my doggy pad back up here and cover this so that I don't get it on my fabric. It's gonna have to be time to change this. Thankfully, I didn't change it yet. It's not new. Let's make sure I don't have any on my hands and get it all over the fabric. All right, let's get the doggy pad back up here. I imagine that my ink on here, my paint on here is dry. Yes, it is. All right, guys, here's our little strips that we painted. Put those there. Let's look at this. Let's see how dry this is. Pretty darn good. I'm gonna give it one more shot with the dryer. All right. I think that's good. Right, let's get my glue gun. Actually, we're gonna heat set this first, guys. I'm gonna heat set this. I need to get the puppy pad out because that will melt. We're gonna put a towel down because I don't want it to melt the puppy pad. There is that. Got some parchment paper here. heat press, guys, so we're just gonna heat set this on here. I've got it at 300 for 30 seconds. It's gonna take a few turns to get this over this entire thing. Okay. Whew. White warm. So I'm just going to move it slightly so that I can get all sides of this piece because it's a little wide and it's a little long. Okay, and then we'll come up a little ways. We might have to get this in like 3 shots, you guys. So I decided to lower my craft table. I have one of those rising tables that you can make it go higher, you can make it go lower, but with my back injury, I decided that sitting was probably the best option because standing out here in the garage is really hard on my lower back when I'm standing and not sitting. Sitting hurts too, don't get me wrong, but sitting is actually a little bit easier on my back. So I might have to rearrange the craft room a little bit to make myself more room and make it easy to grab all of my stuff easily so that I don't have to get up too often. All right, we are almost done with this. All right, you guys. All right, so next we are going to glue the little edges around the back of this. So we're going to glue this onto this. Okay. Like so. And we're just going to have a little bit showing, but not a whole lot. I think we're going to put it on the frame to find out exactly how much I want to show. So, we'll go this way. You guys, I'm hoping that this is going to be exactly what I want. I just came up with this on the whim and haven't really played with it. There we go. Yeah, so we're not gonna need a whole lot to show through. I think this is the long one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it to the back of the fabric rather than directly to the board because I want to make sure that I have it straight and exactly the way I want it. So as you can see, this is what it's going to look like. And I have to make sure that I'm paying close attention because I cut these differently. I cut the edges that are going to be hanging out. I've cut with like a little jagged edge so that it kind of just gives it a little bit more character. All right. Okay, I think that's good. Doesn't need to be a whole lot. All right. Let's get rid of this for now. Get my glue gun. I'm just going to trim these down now that they're painted and I know how long they need to be. get this other side done first. And yeah, this one seems to be not cut right. That's what happens when you cut things when you don't put your glasses on. Now I need to fix it. Okay. I missed a couple more. So some of them I just went around underneath the edging so that you can see that the little pieces stick up like that. And some of them I just didn't cut good enough. Right. There's there. And now I have all these cute little pieces left over that, I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but these would look so cute in a bow. So I'm gonna save these little pieces and make a bow with them. Probably not for this project. My friend is not really a bow person, so we're probably not gonna top it off with the bow. Just my little doodad here. And I'm just going to use some hot glue if I can get my glue gun to work. I don't know what's been going on with my glue gun lately, guys, but it's definitely been testing me. I had to get a new one even. I'm still not sure what's wrong with it. All right, there's one. And we'll get the other side over here. I'm just putting a long strip of hot glue all the way down the side. And then I'm laying my little rug mat on top, just placing it where I want it to be, and I'm just eyeballing it, so hopefully it's going to be straight and it will look just fine. There's that. We'll get the end over here. Here. This is this piece. What did I do with my other one? There it is. All right, a little bit of hot glue all the way down. And then we're gonna set this on here. This one is going to be probably a little bit difficult because I noticed that my fabric did not tear exactly straight. As you can see, I'm hair short right there. It'll be okay. All right, and now we'll get the last side. And again, a little bit of hot glue all the way down. And guys, I use this cute little finger thing on my finger to touch the hot glue so that I don't burn my finger. I've burned my finger so many times, it's not even funny. The hot glue will stick to it, but as soon as it dries, it comes right off. All right. There we go. It's a little tacky still from the hot glue. Now, I want to make sure I get this the right way, you guys, because I'm notorious for not looking at the back. So I want to make sure that the top of my piece goes up here so that she can hang it properly. And I'm going to have to put a small piece here. Right, so I had a little bit of a hole, so all I did was put a little piece of patchwork in there to cover it up because it doesn't really line up perfectly. I might need to do one on the other end down here because it's not matching up 100% perfectly either. We'll use our little scraps. And then I'll cut this off. Go. Now, how and what was I thinking to finish this off? And I really didn't consider the hot glue showing through, so we're going to have to cover the hot glue. So the question of the day is, do we put this on here? I'm not sure that I really like that. Or do we use a piece of ribbon? Let's get a good look. I think we're going to go with the ribbon. So we're going to cut this and then we'll put another piece on top. We'll glue this down. Well, sometimes you just have to learn to go with by the seat of your pants when you're doing crafts, because it may not always be what you had visioned in your mind, may not be the way it comes out when you're doing the project. So I'm going to do the ends first, and then I'll do the tops, because I want it to be the same on both ends. And look at that. We're going to cover up this canoe just slightly. I don't want to do that, so. All right. Not canoe. My goodness, I just called that or canoe, you guys. I hope you knew what I meant. Oh, goodness. Okay. Gosh. This side really quick. And I'll do some hot glue. So much for my little shaggy little edges that I had from tearing my fabric, because I kind of had to cover it, especially down here by the oar where I had to come down a little bit further than I had planned. All right, now I hope that this is not going to be crooked on here. I might have to trim that. To trim this a little bit to kind of even it out, you guys. It's slightly crooked. The fabric is slightly crooked. I will have to trim this up once I get it on here exactly where I want it. I have these little upholstery nails. I got these at I think Home Depot or Lowe's. Oh, actually I think I found these at Walmart, and I'm hoping that these are going to work. I only have 3, so I have to go back and get another one. For whatever reason, I kept up in the end of the package, and I'm sorry, I was being very lazy and I did not want to go. Hopefully this works. And of course I have bent this, the head and all. And it is not in properly. Well, darn you guys, I only have 3 of these. Let's see if I can ply this out with some wire cutters. Hopefully I don't cut it. So remember when I told you guys you kind of have to fly by the seat of your pants sometimes and adapt when you're crafting. The key is to have enough handy stuff around so that you can adapt. We might just have to put 2 on the top until I can get this done. What did I do with the other one, guys? Let's try this again. Let's put this through. Probably a regular hammer would be the best, guys, but I would need to get Kevin involved to find out where the hammer's at. All right, there's one. Here's the other one, guys. All right, what I think I'm going to do is, I was going to do catty corner, but I think that's not an option. We'll do the 2 on the top for now. I'm going to try to stick a tack in here first. Start a hole and see if that helps. This wood is very hard. That's my problem, you guys. That did not work. And would you know it, it's crooked. I think what I might do, you guys, is I might just hot glue this to my board, tack the corners down, and use the top of my nail heads. Since this wood is so hard, it's bending them, I'm just going to glue the nail heads on it. So, let's find where it's straight. All right. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that so cute? Let's see if we can figure out how to do these nail heads. If I use my wire cutters, maybe I can cut this off. go. I want that, or, you know, guys, all else fails, we also have these stars. You know what? I think I like the stars. You guys, I know I'm crazy. I use these stars on everything, but I think I love the stars. My friend is a country girl through and through, just like me, and I think that it will go good with her. So, look at that. I think I'm going to go for it and leave it. I'm going to glue those down and we'll be good to go. I might just check my edges before I glue those down to make sure that everything is straight. But there we have it, you guys. What do you think? I love it. Thanks for watching. Thank you for spending the afternoon with me. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure to sprinkle, aka share. Facebook doesn't like that word, so we use the word sprinkle. Pass it on. Show your friends. Thanks for watching. Bye.